Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Pastor Will, and better known, if you're on Xbox Live, you can find me. I guess I'm not better known, but I'm on Xbox Live as Trump by Night, but I go by Pastor Will because that's who I am. I am a pastor, and I'm bringing you some Call of Duty 4 gameplay. And thing about Call of Duty 4 is this is my favorite Call of Duty. Um, This is the game that got me into first-person shooters, and this is the game that, man, I love it. I don't know what else to say about it. But that's not what this video is about. This video is actually about the Robertson clan from the hit show Duck Dynasty. And here's my first take on Duck Dynasty. I first saw the commercial for Duck Dynasty. It was probably the first season. It came out, and I saw it, and I thought to myself, great. Here is A&E, or whatever channel does these shows. Here is another redneck show. They're going to show the stupidity of rednecks, and they're going to just make fun of them. And these are rich rednecks, so let's have rich people have money and just make fun of them. Because, I mean, all honesty, that's what a lot of these redneck shows are, is they are just making fun of rednecks, making fun of the country folk. And, here's the thing. I grew up in the country. I grew up in a very small town in mid-Missouri. Our town had less than 500 people. And I actually didn't even live in the town. I lived about 5 miles outside of the town. And I lived on the farm. I spent a lot of my after-school time playing in barns. I mean, that was like a highlight of my day, was to get off school and go play in a barn. That was who I was. You know, we had a pond out back. We fished. I ate a lot of catfish, a lot of bass as a kid, and I was part of that culture. I never did any farm work. I did a little on-off farm work during the summer, but my parents were farmers. I wasn't a farmer, but that's what I did. And I wasn't too keen on the whole country life. When I turned 18, I was out of there. I moved to St. Louis, Missouri, and I did kind of long for the country feel. But for me, I grew into that city kid, and I grew into it very fast, and I loved the city, and I didn't really appreciate my city until I moved away from it, and I moved back into a country setting when I moved to Duchesne, Utah, which was a very real country feel, but I love my concrete jungle. I live in Kansas City, Missouri now, and I love the city. I love the conveniences of a city. But, I still have my country roots. So, back in about 98, 99, when that whole big redneck craze started, everybody wanted to be a redneck because, we make our own wine stuff, whatever the Hank Williams Jr. song is, "A Country Boy Can Survive," That's what people wanted. They wanted to be rednecks, and I looked at it as what it was. It was a slang for just a farm boy, and most times people said it in not a kind way. But here's the thing. Growing up, I lived in the country. That's part of my life, and I really don't like people being made fun of because of where they grew up, where they live, So, when I saw this Duck Dynasty show come on, when I saw the preview for it, and I saw these, 3 or 4 long-haired, camouflage-wearing rednecks stepping out of a limo, I thought to myself, great, here we go. We got another just redneck show. And I didn't watch the show. I didn't watch the show for the first 2 seasons. And I didn't actually start watching it until a rerun marathon when A&E was doing it on Friday nights. And, and I didn't care to watch the show because I didn't want to see people making fun of a redneck lifestyle or a country lifestyle, because that's how I grew up. Though I don't live in it anymore, but don't wish to live in it anymore, I still don't want to be made fun of my roots. I got all my family live in the country, still live back in our hometown, and I don't like people making fun of that sort of stuff. But anyway, so I remember one Friday night I was sitting at home, my wife is gone, my kids were asleep, and there was nothing on TV, and I thought to myself, I could just sit in front of the Xbox the entire night, or I can, just watch some TV. And I saw A&E was doing a marathon of Duck Dynasty, and I thought to myself, why not? I'll check out an episode. And here's the funny thing. I sit there and I watch this show about them making duck calls and things like that, and then they ended the program with family dinner and a prayer. And I thought to myself, are they just trying to make money? Trying to be that whole, Christian lifestyle? But then I started kind of looking more into these people, Phil Robertson and Willie Robertson, which is my personal favorite because that's my name too. My real name is Willie, so there we go. But anyway, I started looking into these guys and seeing how strong of Christians they actually are, and how good of preachers they are too. And I started to get a new respect for them. And it wasn't about them making duck calls anymore. It wasn't about them having a show. It wasn't about them being rednecks. It was about them being Christians and them holding a Christian belief system, a Christian value to their life. About them just being awesome. And the thing is that, every episode they end with prayer, and they're going to stick with that prayer even when people don't want to see prayer on TV anymore. And I have to give it to them. I'm a huge fan of theirs now. Not because it makes me think of my roots, but it makes me think that Christians can stand up for God on national TV and praise and worship God on TV, and people will cheer for them because they're doing it. I love the Robertson family now just because they're strong Christians. And I watch the show. Love them too because they're standing for God. This has been Pastor Will. Like this video, favorite, subscribe. You have a blessed day. Talk to y'all later.